We're now live. Hi, everybody. Apologies for the slight delay. I could drop Rikki in it and say it was his fault, but I won't. But it was his fault. So, Andy Meade from Meade Homes. I'm here with Rikki Clarke, Surrey and England cricketer. He's going to start up his own business academy, which is obviously exciting and a new chapter in his career. So, Rikki, pleased to have you on. Welcome, mate.
Thank you for having me, and apologies for being late. A few technical issues with my
That's all right, mate. I mean, I know me and you were sort of we're chums along the way, so we have a good bit of banter and what have you. But who is Rikki Clarke to the people that don't know you, who see you from the other side of the ropes, as they say in the cricket terms?
Who is Rikki Clarke? Well, I think I've always been a Marmite cricketer. I'd say you either love me or you hate me. Someone who's played the game now for 21 seasons. So I started in 2000 as a professional. Played over 650 first class or professional games. Sorry, not first class, professional games. Played for my country 22 times. And who am I? I think I'm someone who has played the game to its fullest and tried to basically be a competitor all the way through my career.
Let me tell you, because since you started doing your academy thing, I've seen quite a few things on LinkedIn and Facebook and what have you. Morné Morkel, South African legend. I was going to say Australian, but I thought no, that might wind him up a little bit. Classed you as a legend, who the first two names he wants on your academy are his two boys. Alex Stewart says you know the game inside out and a true professional. Michael Vaughan, ex-England captain, Ashes winning captain, Sky commentator, classed you as a great all-rounder, a fantastic enthusiast of the game, and the best ever catcher, and he even catches pigeons. Have you ever caught a pigeon?
No, but I've never tried. So,
I've never heard that saying. He even catches pigeons.
Yeah, it's a cricketing term that when people catch the ball a lot or are quite good at it, they're known as someone who catches pigeons. Yeah. So,
am I right in saying that you've got the world record for the most catches in a first-class game?
Yes. Yeah. So, joint world record holder for 7 catches in an innings for an outfielder. So obviously, like wicket keepers get quite a lot of catches and stuff like that, but for an outfielder, 7 against Lancashire, I think it was. For Warwickshire many years ago, a good 10 years ago now, I think it was. And you didn't have a clue what was going on or anything. It's just the ball came to me 7 times. I called it 7 times, and next thing you know, at the end of the game, someone was saying, "Oh, by the way, you've got a world record." So I was like, "Oh, brilliant! Thank you very much."
So is your book are you in the Guinness Book of Records then?
No, that's the thing. No, I'm not. Yeah, that's the downside. It's probably a good thing, actually. Don't want a picture of that in there ruining the book.
I suppose not. So, highlight of your career then, what is it?
Well, I think, making my debuts for England in one-day cricket and test matches, that's got to be a highlight. Probably the trophies I've won. Any trophy you win is always going to be a massive highlight. So, I don't think I can stray away too far from those ones, really.
Yeah. And before we go into obviously your next venture, lockdown, as a professional sportsman, how's that affected you, both the first lockdown in March and obviously the second lockdown?
I think it's been tough for everyone, really. For me, it gave me an opportunity to try something new. So yes, I was training at home and trying to keep fit and strong, because the first lockdown, we were scheduled to be going back into work, ready to play cricket at any time. We were always guided by, it could be 2 weeks, you got to get in and train, and we've got games coming up. So it gave me an opportunity to purchase a road bike and basically just get out and, living down in the countryside in Wiltshire, ride around a bit, get some fitness up. And I found it was quite good just to get away and just give you some decent headspace, just riding around the countryside. But as a whole, it's good, being a cricketer, you don't get a lot of time to spend at home. You're always away in hotels or tours and stuff like that. So it was nice to spend some time at home with the kids. And yeah, it was. I utilised it well.
So how did you do? Obviously, the training, because you have to do, I suppose, being the sportsman that you are, and the using different parts of your body rather than just riding a bike. How did you manage that? Because that you couldn't go. I suppose you got the field across from where you live.
Yeah. So basically, did a bit of running up there, run around the estate a little bit, I suppose. I've got some like little weights that I sort of did from the garage. During that first lockdown, the weather was beautiful, really, so it was easy to get out in the garden and do some weights, just some body weight stuff as well. So it was trying to maximise everything that I had to my advantage and to my availability to try and use the best I could.
Yeah, no, good. So next step then of your career, the Rikki Clarke Cricket Academy.
Yes.
What is that? And that part, I know it is what it says on the tin or the cricket bag, but talk to me about it. What is it?
Yeah, so what we're looking to do is, it's not a cricket academy as such. Obviously, that's just the name of it. We are based in 4 counties of Wiltshire, Berkshire, Hampshire and Surrey. We have got partnerships with cricket clubs and schools around those counties. And basically get an opportunity basically to give back to the next generation and try and have some fun along the way.
So it's not just based in one place. It's I think if you look at I suppose the David Beckham Academy, which was based in London, you're all around the counties.
Yeah. So basically, what we do is we haven't got an actual base. It's as I said, using facilities around the 4 counties that we're trying to. I suppose by having the 4 counties, we can utilise the cricket grounds and the schools and stuff for their facilities, which then gives an opportunity for kids to have quality coaching along the way if they haven't had it already.
Yeah. So the Rikki Clarke Academy, is it just your name on it, or is it you out and about with the kids and doing whatever, or the adults, whoever want to do the training?
Yeah, so it's very much me. Obviously, I've still got a contract with Surrey, so during the summer months it's going to be a lot harder. So there will be times when some of the sessions will be with our ECB qualified coaches, but we've got one coming up on Sunday. We've got a Christmas camp. I've managed to get Jade Dernbach, Surrey in England, to come along and do a masterclass as well Sunday. So there's a good opportunity there for the kids to learn from Jade, and obviously both sessions there, I'll be there as well, and hopefully giving a little bit of knowledge and insight from the experience that I have in the game.
When you say another coach, Jade Dernbach, he's an England international. So I mean, I think that just goes to show the calibre of coaches and of what you're going to be able to give back, I suppose. And I think that's the key, because me and you spoke quite a bit before this, and it's more about giving back from what you've had over the last 21 years.
Yeah, 100%. You know, there's a photo on social media from me age 9, I think I was, with Alex Stewart. And then there's another photo with me age, what would have been, I think, 37 at the time.
Are they the black and white ones?
Yeah. one of them nearly is. But yeah, there's a photo with me and Alex Stewart from me winning a course when I was 9 and him presenting a cricket bat to me. And then there's one with me, age 37, with Alex Stewart, who's the director of cricket at Surrey, and we're holding a trophy. So from my point of view, I was that 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11, and so on, that come through the system of Surrey, enjoyed cricket, played at cricket club, played at school. And basically for me, you know, it's an opportunity to try and give back what I can to the next generation, boys and girls coming through.
Yeah, so I think that must. I think if you put the two, you must look at the 2 photos together and think, because the amount of kids that look back and think, oh, if I'd have done that and what have you, and I suppose you can do that. You can look back and think, I did that, and this is where I am now.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know. I think you need to have a little bit of luck along the way. Yeah. You need to perform at the right times. I've played with many cricketers growing up that were so talented, you know, and I've played with cricketers along the way that I'm thinking, how are you here? you know, and people might think that of me as well. But, you know, it's a sort of case where, you know, you need a lot of luck along the way. You have to make sacrifices. But as I said, if I can give back my knowledge of the last 21 years as a professional to the younger generation, just to give them even 1% of advice that might help them, then obviously that's pushing them in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think, as you say, with natural ability, there is an element of luck with that. I get that, and I know that, but there's also an awful lot of dedication, work ethic, and that goes with in any industry really. It's, you know, you could be a great salesperson, but you might not necessarily be the best unless you honed your skills doing other things. And it's no different to cricket, football, or anything else.
100%. Yeah, I had a conversation with my dad the other day, and he was saying, "Oh, I really felt I could have made it when I was younger." I said, "Oh, so, you know, why didn't you?" He goes, "Oh, I think I just went out a bit too much." I thought, "Well, there you go." You know, if you're going out and you're not putting the time and the dedication in and making the sacrifices, you know, very rarely we get rewarded. I suppose that's the thing, that you have to make those decisions. You know, how much do you want it? I could actually be honest and say that during my career, I probably didn't do the right things enough to play for England more. And I can look back at that. So yes, I've had a great career in county cricket. Yes, I've played for my country. But did I give everything that I needed to give at the right time to play for England more? I'd probably say not. Did I mature later than I wanted to? Yeah, probably did. So there's loads of different things where everyone can always look back. But sometimes you've got to be happy with the course that you've taken and the way it panned out. And probably my way was play county cricket for 21 seasons and only play 22 times for England. You know, I'd have loved to have played a lot more for England, but it wasn't meant to be. And I'd probably say part of it was my own doing as well.
Proper honest assessment, mate. And hats off for that. I mean, that is to be able to say that to, obviously, me and you are mates and what have you now. So you know, you could say that to me, but we're going live on Facebook. It's going to go out to other people as well, and to hold your hands up. And I think that's a credit to you as a person, and something that you're going to be able to pass on to the younger kids. Is like, this is the path I took. I went that way, but I could quite easily have gone that way if I'd done other things. And I think that's like anything in sports and in any sport in life. Somebody said to me once that you only get out of something what you put in.
Yeah, and that's a classic case, and that's how it works. You know, if you put the time and dedication in, you'll get rewarded, even when you're not having any luck or things are going against you. If you're putting in the effort, it will come your way in the end, and it will reward you and look after you. And the classic case for me is, and we've probably got youngsters at Surrey that go, "Oh, don't worry about it, I'm fine," because I was that youngster, you know, many years ago. But it's the classic case of people say, if only you knew then what you know now. I suppose that comes with experience. But if I knew back then what I know now, then there's every chance I would have played for England God knows how many times. I would have been a better cricketer. I would have been a better person. I would have matured quicker. So it's the case of, can I pass that knowledge on more and people take it in? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's again honest and true assessment, and something that I think is the fact that you can acknowledge that is, I think, a great lesson that you can pass on to anybody without even picking up a cricket ball or a cricket bat. This is where I was. Yes, I've had a very successful and a career that you thoroughly enjoyed, but it could have been a little bit better if you'd done a little bit more.
Yeah. I think that's the case. You can always do better, and that's not just in sport. That's in everything. You can always do better. You know, the advice that you sometimes need, or you listen to, or you don't listen to. You know, I've made mistakes in property before, buying certain houses at the wrong time, losing lots of money. You know, if I knew how to, you know, maneuver certain things or look at different houses and stuff along the way, I would be in a better position now. So, you know, there's loads of different things where you can look at different avenues of taking, and I suppose that's part of life. You have to learn from your mistakes. To make the mistakes.
Yeah, I think that I was always taught from a very early age, if you get it wrong, that's fine. if you get it wrong again, you're a bit of a fool.
Yeah.
But if you get it wrong and you learn from it, and then you go the next step, then you've learned the lesson of life, and that's I think that's the hardest lesson for anybody to learn, because everybody's different, everybody's got a different mindset. Everybody's in a different place at the moment because of what's going on, rightfully so. There are people that are coping better than other people. There are people that aren't coping as well that you think they are coping. And it's a different time to be in, isn't it? It's just a different time in any industry, whether it's a professional industry or whether it's you're outside the sports industry.
Well, it is. It's a tough time for everyone, really, and hopefully we can get out of it soon and get back to some sort of normality.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the next steps then with the academy. What's your concerns with the academy? Because there's got to be a concern with it. There's
all concerns. People don't turn up or the what we're offering, the coaching courses. I think what I've looked to do is, with me, it's a weird sort of concept. Is I haven't really coached a lot. I've got my levels and my coaching badges, safeguarding, DBS. I've got everything ticked off and in the right place, but I've never really coached a proper session, because, as I said, from an early age to now, it's only really been playing cricket professionally. We have guys at Surrey that are youngsters, and I try and pass on that knowledge and can coach. But actually, to run a session is actually very sort of alien to me. So from my point of view, is getting the right coaches in place, the coaches with experience, to make sure that people, when they come in, they can have a lot of fun and enjoyment, and it was run in the right way. And then with me there to offer the knowledge and experience. And in fairness, I'd probably say I'm going back to sort of school a little bit in the coaching sense, that I'm going to learn from these guys that have got 10, 15 years experience of doing this. And then as I said, the cricket knowledge side of it, I can pass on. So that's a concern. Yeah.
I mean, I would say, I mean, having known you the time that I've known you and how long, the conversations we've had, for people that don't know, Rikki bought a house through me, and it's not very often that the person that buys a house through you tends to become a very good friend. So I mean, we've had conversations about lots of things, but it's just the way you come across now is quite warming. And that's especially when you're coaching kids and what have you. I mean, I've used to coach goalkeepers and what have you from kids who are younger age, nowhere near to the level we're talking about that you're looking at. But you just be yourself, and they don't want you to be something that you're not. They just want you to be the guy that they saw when they were playing cricket, the guy that they saw on the telly, the guy that they just want him to be that. They want to be that sort of guy. So I don't think you'll have a problem, mate. I generally don't believe that there will be an issue with you being able to run a session, because if you're yourself and you are how you've always been with me, I think you're 9/10 of the way there to being a very good coach. I've got to be careful that I don't blow too much smoke up your backside, but but no, I mean, I'm sure it would be a massive success. So what's your plans over Christmas? What are you doing over Christmas for the family?
Just a chilled one, really.
Yeah.
We've got our little lad's birthday tomorrow, so he's turning 7.
He's not 7.
Yeah, I know, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, we've been in this for 3 years now. Yeah, so it's time has flown, really. So his birthday tomorrow, and then just a normal Christmas. As I said, we've got the coaching course, the first ever Rikki Clarke Cricket Academy coaching course on Sunday. And then just get ready.
Where's that?
Eversley Indoor Cricket Centre.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's on the sort of Hampshire, Surrey, Berkshire border.
Yeah.
So they've got a lovely facility there, 4 indoor nets, nice big hall. So they've been really accommodating, and that's where the first session is going to take place. And then just getting ready for Christmas and enjoy it. Really, I think that's the best thing everyone can do, is just try and forget about what's going on in the world and enjoy Christmas. And I mean,
I think it's going to be a tough one for a lot of people, especially with the new restrictions again they've announced today. So but I think it's just everyone's got to make the best of what they've got, make the most of it, and you know, everyone's got their families around them, which is the main thing. So I'm sure it will be a massive success in terms of what you're going to do, mate, because I think you've got the drive, you've got the knowledge, and the understanding of what is required. So, and you know, if you look at the reviews that have come through from the likes of Morning Walker, Michael Vaughan, and Alex Stewart, guys that are not just at the top of the game, but have been at the very, very top of the game. So I'm sure it would be a massive success. If anybody wants to get in touch with Rikki, he's got his website, the Rikki Clarke Cricket Academy, or drop me a line and I'll put you in touch with Rikki. So, mate, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
That's all right. Love to the family, and no doubt we will speak again very, very shortly. But it'd be good to catch up next week and let me know how Sunday went.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah,
there's a photographer there and videographer, so we can get some footage and stuff. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's a good day.
All right, bud. All right, no worries. I'll catch up with you soon.
Cheers. Take care.
Cheers, mate. See you later.